This is your boy Public in the building. We got chapter 2 of the Firefist chapters. So before I get into the video, I will not do leopard today because of the fact that leopard requires a lot to explain, because leopard causes a lot of combos for Firefist. So when I do leopard, it'll be introducing on Spirit, Raven, and Hawk all in one video, so that you guys will know all those combos. So let's talk about Buffalo, and then we'll talk about Snake. Buffalo's effect: if this card is in your graveyard, you can send a total of 2 Firefist monsters or 2 fire formation cards from your hand or face up on the side of your field to the graveyard. Choose first summon this card from your graveyard. You can only use the effect of the Firefist Buffalo once per turn. Snake: once per turn, if a fire formation spell/trap card is sent to your graveyard, except during the damage step, you can set 1 fire formation trap card directly from your deck. Once per turn, if you control no other monsters, you can send 2 face-up fire formation spell/trap cards you control to the graveyard to draw 1 card. So, and then another card that I'm going to introduce to you guys to as well is Yoko. When this card is activated, you can target 1 face-up card that your opponent controls, discard that 1 Beast Warrior type monster, and if you do, destroy that card. All Beast Warrior monsters you control get 100 attack. Now, Yoko activations that you get to target 1 card on the field, not discarding your Beast Warrior monster that you haven't done yet. So if you have an idiot opponent, or opponent just doesn't know any other better, the card clearly states you can target 1 card that your opponent controls. So also too as well, you can show this video to show the opponent, Yoko is target first, then send. So when you target the card, your opponent has to respond right there. They can't just say, okay, sure, and then go Lance. You can't, because by then the card is getting popped. It's getting popped and it's dying. So remember that. Now you guys are probably like, okay, so if Yoko's been on the field and I use the effect, when I activate, can I use the effect on a different turn? No. Once you activate Yoko, that's it. It stays on the field, taking him as a spot, as a formation, as it's supposed to do. So, cards that you want to discard with Yoko: Buffalo, Leopard, and Rooster. And maybe Boar, because he is a tuner and he is pretty good with Wolf Bark. Those are the cards that you should only be discarding with Yoko. I mean, you could discard Swallow if you're setting up for a Soul Charge play, but 9 times out of 10, you don't really want to discard like a Bear or a Dragon or a Gorilla or a Snake, none of that stuff, because that would just be really bad. I mean, I used to discard Spirit and go for a Rekindling play, but that's when I ran Rekindling, but now I don't. I want to again, but I open it in dead draws. So, getting back to that, Buffalo comes very well with Yoko. If you have seen my videos before where I OTK people with Yoko and Buffalo, yeah, these two are just best friends forever. If they could change the art of Yoko and just put Buffalo on there instead, that would be pretty cool too. But we can't all be great. We can't all be great. So, getting back to that, let's talk about Snake, because Snake is a very tricky card to use. So Snake, you use the effect, draw a card, and then his first effect is going to trigger, because since the formation spell/trap card is sent to the graveyard, you can set a formation trap card. So that's a neat trick that you can do with Snake. But 9 times out of 10, you could do it. But if you know that your opponent's running like Veilers and stuff like that, don't even do it. It's just not safe. It's a total nade. So you guys are probably like, so if I can't use the second effect, then how can I utilize Snake at all? Well, you have Bear, you have Gorilla, you have Swallow, you have Dragon, and you have Tiger King to trigger his effects. Because Snake can get his effect off cost effects too as well. You can even do it if you play like Lightning Vortex, sending like a freaking Tensu to the graveyard. Snake's effect will trigger. So, but then you're like, okay, but that's situational as hell. But then let's put it like this way. Let's put it this way then. You guys probably be like, oh shoot, here comes the tricks. So you use Buffalo's effect. Buffalo will send like a Tensin, and like and then like Caribou, whatever, right? Because you just don't care about Caribou. So put something on Buffalo. What did I just send to the graveyard? I sent a Caribou and a Tensin to the graveyard. So now Snake's effect should have triggered because the first sentence. If a fire formation spell side trap card is sent to the graveyard, you can set a fire formation trap card. So that's one way how to get that going. So you get Snake's effect, and then on top of that, you'll overlay into a Tiger King. You're like, oh shoot, that's gnarly, dude. So that's enough about Snake. That's enough about Buffalo. But let's talk about the tactics you can do with Snake. Now, Snake can cause monsters to miss timing, such as like I said before. I don't really like Murmurs. I really don't. I know everyone in here does not like it. Does not like that deck neither. But we want to all know how to counter the deck. So Snake can counter Murmurs if you do Bear's effect targeting Linde, because then on the chain links, since you're a turn player, Snake will be chain link 1 and Murmur Linde will be chain link 2. So if they bring out Pike, Snake will be the last one set in the card and your opponent cannot do anything about it. They can't. So that's another trick with Snake. You can do the same thing with Abyss Spear when you're doing it with Gorilla, because it'll all fall into the same order. Chain link 1 Snake, chain link 2 Linde. Get about the streets. Get about the streets. So that's enough about these two. My mouth is getting dry for telling about these two for so long. So Big Man Swallow. We all love this monster, but when your opponent sees this monster, like, what the hell does this card do? Well, in this video, you guys will get to learn what this card does. You can spell summon this card by sending 3 face-up formation cards, spell/trap cards you control to the graveyard to spell summon this card. When this card is normal/special summon, you can set 1 fire formation trap card directly from your deck and use this effect of Swallow once per turn. Once per turn. While this card is first on the field, face-up Beast War monsters cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. Meaning, Swallow turns all your Beast Warrior monsters into hazy flames. They cannot be targeted. Veiler. What is a Veiler? Lance. What is a Lance? What is a Bear? What is a Fire Hand? You can't target me. None of that stuff. So, the things with opponents be when your opponent have that little targeting feeling, we call that the swallow moment, because they don't read goddamn swallow. They just don't. I don't know why. Just because you see a big ass text, you need to read it so you can win and know how to beat the matchup. Swallow moments, my ass. So now Swallow is a very powerful card. He's the boss monster of this deck, of the main deck. Now, to effectively use Swallow, you want to tribute off like a Raven. You want to tribute off a Raven, or you can use the turn 2 Spirit Rooster play to utilize a Swallow play. But 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna. I will show the combo when I get to like chapter 10 on advanced combos. So that's enough about Swallow. I mean, Swallow is just very OP. Um, you usually go into Swallow when you're like going against like the hands, because the hands, they're just a pain. They are a pain to Firefish. They hurt Firefish so much. So this is the end of the video right here. If you guys enjoyed this video, comment, like, and subscribe. If you guys think that I went too fast and I missed a few things, let me know. Oh, before I go, I almost forgot. Fire Formation Tensu. You can use the normal summon first of Fire Formation Tensu before using your normal summon. That is all. If you if you feel like that was so late, Paul, I will beat you up in real life. You could try to do that, but 9 out of 10, you will not catch me. Simple. So, ciao.